Hello and welcome. This is Philosophy and the Talents of the Future with a focus on artificial intelligence. In this video, we will go through the course's website, which contains all the important information you need to know about in order to do well in this course. So please stick around till the end of this video. As you know, the link of this website, of the course's website, can be found on Blackboard on our course's page. And once you click on it, you'll be sent to this page where you'll see the title of the course. And so we'll just go through the syllabus together right now, although I highly recommend that you keep the syllabus in this website page somewhere saved so you can access it quickly. Many of your questions, if not all of your questions about this course, should be relatively easily answered by browsing through this page. So, as you know, this is a course that discusses problems that arise at the intersection of philosophy and a technology that it is believed to be very impactful for the future of humanity. And this is artificial intelligence. What we'll do in this course is first we will try to offer an introduction to artificial intelligence in order to understand the different meanings of this term and how it works, especially try to have a basic understanding of this AI architecture called the language model or large language models. But we will start with the basic distinctions along machine learning and deep learning. And of course, we will look at the current AI developments, which are very impressive and very much worth knowing about. So this is the first section of the course. The second part of the course will introduce us to the fundamental questions that pertain to this discussion about AI and the future of humanity. In particular, what are the stakes? What are the risks? What is the path to more powerful AIs, often called AGI or superintelligence? And then, of course, some thoughts and arguments on human-machine interaction and what it means to be living in a world where AI is very important and works very well, which might be the world we live in. In the third part of the course, we will go into the cognition of the machine. What does this mean exactly? We will try to understand some key parameters in how these systems operate. In particular, what does it mean for machines to learn values and have goals and pursue these goals, and how would they pursue these goals? And these are some of the very important concepts that we will study. Instrumental rationality and the orthogonality thesis. So this will help us get a better sense of how these cognitive systems operate. Further down in part 4 of this class, we will consider some purely philosophical questions from metaphysics and epistemology. What is metaphysics? Very quickly, it is this subfield of philosophy that is concerned about the nature of things. Sometimes people call this the underlying structure of reality. And epistemology is concerned with how do we know about all the things we argue about. And so in this part of the course, we'll think about the singularity, which is one possible future we might happen to live in if we get an intelligence explosion. We will see what this entails exactly, and we will raise some questions about artificial intelligence and the nature of consciousness and whether AIs could be conscious and what this means exactly. After this, we will continue with philosophy, and we will think about some ethical questions. What are the moral challenges of having very powerful technologies such as AI? What are the potential misuses that we can find? And whether there is a sense of responsibility along such very risky inventions. And the very important question about the future and moral responsibility towards our future selves and our collective future as humanity. Do we owe anything to the future? Should we do anything to protect the future? And having studied that, we'll think about what we can do now. One would be understanding some questions and problems in this field called AI alignment, the field that studies the alignment problem broadly, the category of AI safety that's concerned with how to align artificial intelligences with human values. And we'll try to see what this means and how that could be pursued as a scientific research area. And of course, problems in AI governance and regulation. How could policy making and strategy and AI governance ensure that we don't get into very risky scenarios with AIs? And that will be the last part of our course. And at the end of the course, we'll have a review, and we will schedule a discussion session on Zoom so that you can bring up all of your questions before your research project. And that would be the end of the semester. Now, if we go back to the logistics of this course, as you know, this is a fully asynchronous online class, which means that you have a lot of freedom and flexibility in managing your time and managing your schedule and organizing your study. Of course, this may bring you some challenges, and I'm here to help first by providing you the video lectures, which will guide you through the readings. But please do take into account that you are responsible for doing the readings, and you are in charge of looking up things you don't understand or trying to make sense of some more challenging parts of the readings. Or if there's something you don't understand, you should always feel free to reach out to me, and I will try my best to assist you in solving your problem. Now, as you know, my office hours will be online because of the nature of this asynchronous class. So if there's something you would like to discuss with me, you should email me and we will schedule an appointment online. The readings are all available on Blackboard. You don't need to purchase any books, but if you really want to buy a book, I recommend either Human Compatible by Stuart Russell, who's a professor who's very famous for his work on the alignment problem and the field of AI safety. So this is a great read, and we will read some of the chapters of his book. Or alternatively, this edited volume, The Ethics of Artificial Intelligence, the editor is Matthew Liao. So that is about the readings. How are you going to be evaluated? This should not be the most important thing to keep in mind. What you should be prioritizing is doing the readings, keeping good notes, understanding what you read, You should be interested primarily in understanding, in making sense of the arguments you read, in looking up what you don't understand, in seeking help when things are difficult and you want to discuss something in the readings a little bit more. But so that you know how you're going to be evaluated, there are going to be 5 assignments, and you see how the percentages are split here. The dates are already here, so you should plan ahead so that you have enough time to complete the assignments before their deadline. So please make sure you manage your time in a way that respects all the deadlines. And there will be a few sessions online, discussion sessions in particular, that are meant to help you if you have any questions, if there's something you'd like to discuss, just to make this online asynchronous course a little bit more digestible, a little bit easier for you, if there's anything that you would benefit from discussing with your peers and with me. You will be informed about these extra sessions via email later on during the semester. Now, I mentioned making notes. I am here to give you a solution in case you find making notes very challenging and you don't know exactly what's the best way to keep your notes organized. You should click on this document here and it will give you access to a Google Doc that you can download and make many copies of, 1 copy for each week. And this is your progress tracking system. What does this mean? The document that you'll find there has different prompts, different questions, and they're very brief. And in just 1 page, you can have very organized notes that will help you remember the readings and refer back to them if needed as we move forward. I highly recommend that you do that. Other students that have used this methodology in previous semesters have very much benefited from it. It's a great way to keep track of all of your notes. Of course, needless to say, academic integrity, accessibility, if you wish to have an accommodation, if there's anything that can be helpful, please consult with this page. Now, going a little bit more specifically on what are these courses' aims, by the end of the course, you should be able to reflect on the nature of AI. And you should be able to frame the problem of the nature of AI within these terms of the future of humanity, right? We're not studying AI for the sake of AI, but rather we're interested in raising these very difficult questions about how AI could change the future of humanity, and we'll try to understand to which direction these changes could be. Furthermore, you should be able to explain the philosophical and technical challenges of what is known as the alignment problem. You should be able to define this problem and understand the different parameters that contribute to why this is a difficult problem to deal with. And you should be able to evaluate the different approaches and strategies from different perspectives in order to address these challenges. Finally, you should be able to engage in debates and discussions regarding the metaphysical, epistemological, and ethical implications of AI, along with its various applications. A few tips in order to do great in this course. So the first one, as you know, make sure you stay tuned to any Blackboard changes in your emails, because obviously that's our only way to communicate. And so this is a very valuable tool to be checking often. Second, make sure you read in a way that makes you an active reader. What does this mean? Take careful notes, underline, try to understand what you're reading, and don't just read for the sake of completing this task. Try to be engaged in the problems, and if someone asked you to explain them, you would be very good at explaining what's going on in the reading. Try to ask questions. Maybe that's with your friends. Maybe you're in touch with some of your classmates. Maybe just when we meet on Zoom, try to find what's strange and what you don't understand, or what's good and you just want to understand more and elaborate on, and try to raise questions about it. Goes without saying, be a respectful conversationalist and give yourself time to process your answers. That's especially for when you're preparing your writing assignments. Don't just write something and submit it. This never goes well. Make sure you took your time. You understood why you wrote what you wrote. Maybe you made a few edits, right? So this is the best way to submit a good essay. And finally, again, on essay writing, you might find it helpful to just read it out loud, because you might catch mistakes, or as you hear yourself saying the thing you wrote, you might realize that this doesn't make a lot of sense, or there's something you would want to expand on or further illuminate. So this is a very helpful thing to be doing. Okay, so this is our course for this semester. I hope you find it interesting, and I hope you get a lot out of it, and I hope you have a great semester. See you in the next video.